right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready? Set, ready? Gun. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Ready?
That's taken in by Callaway. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First down, Broncos.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
65, 20, 8, left.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's got his big tight end, Fant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Echo.
From the 50, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Newton throwing again. Able to get this to Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Newton. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To the air again, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 34.
Check 4. Check 30. Watch the eye. Check. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try the left side. Swift, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Good set. 19. Check 53.
Now a give right side. Swift. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them up.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw him with one of the better defense coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check 24, check 24. Check 13, check 13. Showing it. Line up, go. Line up, go.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On first down, Swift. And able to work his way down to the 16. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 16, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go. 41, Mike. You remember me. Let's go, baby. He's coming. Double up.
Now Newton. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Shift. Express.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
To try again after the sack. Newton And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. The 20. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Mike, 8. 55. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 8.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. From just shy of midfield, Watson flush to his right. There goes a deep ball. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an
Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Newton to throw, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Crunch time, defense. Shoot. 20.
And Callaway taking it in left side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
51, Mike, 51.
They'll run with Lindsey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. The Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From a yard out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
And bring it. Kill. Hey, 31. 34 down, he's coming. Let's go.
Now it's Watson. And the Broncos get there and and take him down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 26, check 55. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to beat. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Down, he's coming. Down, go.
On 3rd down, Swift. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
20.
To throw again. Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now. That's it. 41 Mike. 41.
Throwing again. Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Gun. Let's go, D.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
This is it. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Mike, 59. Watch the pass. 53's to Mike. 59.
On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I know he ain't got it. 59.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 20.
To throw again on second down. Newton, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Newton on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 31, Newton completes it to Fant on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Fant, the 1st-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. 2nd tight end taken in the draft. And amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall. He was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine, and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career.
20. Check. Check hot route. Hot. 51 to mine. Express. 51 to mine. Bound to lose one.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. Oh, good move. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watch twist. Kill. Great. Express. 51. Come on.
Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Touchdown, Houston! It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. To throw on third down. Newton, he's got his tight end Fant. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Newton. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on third and long. Newton, he'll find Lindsey here. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
20.
To throw again. Newton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th.
20. Check 3. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Gun. Switch.
They snap it to Newton. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. Final score now from Atlanta. And the Panthers, they're starting to pull away in that one. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. And Watson's going to throw it here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the